What's going on, guys? Sam Adams here, and today we are going to be talking about PlayStation 2 backwards compatibility making its way to the PlayStation 4 at some point in the near future, because it was confirmed earlier this week that this was actually the case after Digital Foundry had suspected that something was up with a couple of new Star Wars games. So whenever I say new games, I don't necessarily mean new Star Wars games. Of course, the newest Star Wars game is Star Wars Battlefront that came out last week on the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC, and so far it's been doing pretty well. Some people say that it's short, but all of that's beside the point. With a special edition bundle of the PlayStation 4, you get a console, a special edition controller, and of course you get a copy of Star Wars Battlefront, along with a couple of extra games that were originally released on the PlayStation 2 and recently made their way to the PlayStation Store so that people could get this in their bundles and could also buy them separately if they so wanted to. And these games include Star Wars Bounty Hunter, Star Wars Jedi Starfighter, Star Wars Racer Revenge, and Super Star Wars, many of which are critically acclaimed. Whenever I was on Reddit, I was kind of like, what's the big deal about these games? A lot of people seem to like them, and so it's good to see them come to the PlayStation Store. However, what Digital Foundry noticed is that whenever you do start up these games on the PlayStation 4, instead of just jumping right into the game that most re-released or ported games do on the PlayStation 4 or other hardware, it actually starts off with the PlayStation 2 startup screen, where it has the sound and it has the PlayStation 2 logo and things like that. And that was the first kind of notice that, hey, this is kind of weird, this is not something that we're used to. And then they also noticed that when you went in to look at the control scheme, the controller was not a PlayStation 4 as a port would normally have a PlayStation 4 controller and the control scheme laid out there. It was actually the PlayStation 2 controller that was originally in the original copy of the game, which led people to believe that this was actually being emulated on a virtual PlayStation 2 console inside of the PlayStation 4. And so it was the case. This was kind of a long-desired addition to the PlayStation 4 hardware, and it's nice to see that Sony is actually doing this. They actually said, we are working on utilizing PlayStation 2 emulation technology to bring PS2 games forward to the current generation. We have nothing further to comment at this time. So it looks like they're working on it, and they have found success with it because we're actually playing some games that are running on this kind of thing right now. Ultimately, what it comes down to is that people just want to relive the experiences that they had on the PlayStation 2 because it was a very influential console, and a lot of people that are 18, 19, 20, 21 years old right now, they were, younger in their years whenever they were playing that, and it's nice to go back and be able to relive childhood memories that you haven't even touched in decades. In addition to this, what many people don't realize is that as you are sitting there playing a game, for instance, you are sitting here playing Fallout 4, just as an example, your mind is subconsciously taking a cultural snapshot of everything that's going on around you, and it's going to be able to refer to that at a later date. For instance, I'm playing Fallout 4 right now, and so I would guess in 5, 10, 15 years, whenever I hear the phrase Fallout 4, I'll probably think not only about me sitting at my computer playing Fallout 4 for hours on end, but I'll also be thinking about the things going on in Paris, terrorist attacks, the disgruntled people at the Missouri University, stuff like that. And then things in my own personal life that I'm not going to go into right now, but just the fact that I was in my freshman year of college, the fact that I was working at Starbucks, all of these things are going to come back in a flood of memories whenever I hear the phrase Fallout 4. And even more so whenever I play the game in the future, if I ever do stop playing it and then come back to it at some point. But the thing is, with coming back and playing older games, it not only allows people to relive the experiences that those games brought, which can oftentimes be lackluster in the light of new generation console games, but it also just brings back memories that are from other sections of our lives and just makes us feel good about what we've done in the past, and it makes us feel good to just go back and realize where we've come from. At the end of the day, I'm just glad to see this feature coming to the PlayStation 4 because it's one that a lot of players have been wanting for a very long time, although I'm still not entirely certain of how it will work. My guess is that they're just going to have a PlayStation 2 Classics section of the PlayStation Store and it's going to be emulated, but it would be nice to be able to see them do something kind of like how the Xbox One is able to play Xbox 360 games now. If the game that you have is in a physical format, you can just put the disc in, and if it is in their digital library, then you automatically have a version of that game downloaded to your console. That would be something that I would love to see the PlayStation 4 be able to do. However, for some reason, I just doubt that coming from Sony. Regardless, I'm just glad to see it happening. So there you guys have it. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, drop me a like down below and comment what you think about PlayStation 2 games being backwards compatible with the PlayStation 4. Do you think that this kind of thing is going to be able to work? How many games do you think they're actually going to be able to do this with? Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. And if you are new to the channel or you've never seen any of my other content, be sure to head over there and check out some of my other videos, because I do upload new stuff like 3 or 4 days a week, depending on the week. So there's always something new on the channel when you drop by to watch some videos. And as always, I want to thank each and every one of you guys for watching this particular video. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.